Weekly Gear Update is brought to you by Mid-South Shooter Supply.
Welcome to 6'5 Guys. I'm Steve Lawrence.
And I'm Ed Mobley. Steve, as we've mentioned in prior episodes, it's really exciting when you see folks build their own business around long-range precision shooting, creating some pretty useful products. And so when we were at the JC Steel match ROing, Brady Lamb came up to us.
Of BLAMM Enterprises.
BLAMM Enterprises. Okay, again, a little creative in his naming. I like that. And he talked about one of his products.
Yeah, so they make a couple of products. The ones that he initially gave us to demo was the data card system. Now, many of you may be familiar with some of the other dope card holders, namely the
Sidewinder.
The Sidewinder, built by Sidewinder Enterprises. Similar but yet different. So let's talk a little bit about the unique differences. One is it actually attaches directly to the Picatinny rail, which I think is unique.
Right, and a lot of folks prefer that because with some of the other dope card holders, as you see here, you have to put Velcro on the side of your stock.
Or on the Sidewinder, you're wrapping it around like the scope mount.
Right, and some folks just don't prefer that. They would like something that mounts on the Picatinny rail. So they've provided that.
Yeah.
And one thing that they've also done is provided a unique writing surface. It's not a piece of paper, it's an actual plastic card.
Yeah, now instead of having a card that you're slipping into a sleeve, they actually have it's a plastic card. It feels kind of like a credit card. We'll provide a little bit of a close-up on this. And everything that you need for this system comes with the kit. So you get a grease pencil.
And it writes. I mean, it writes very, very nice.
Yeah, and I would imagine you could probably use a dry erase marker as well.
You probably could.
And then, of course, with a soft cloth or your pants pocket, you can just wipe it off.
That's what I was doing. I was just going like this.
Yeah, it comes right off.
Or you can just even use your fingers like that, and it just comes clean.
Now, this is also nice because in the rain, right, you don't have to worry about it, so you don't need the Write and Rain paper or anything like that.
Yeah, so so there are no consumables with this. I mean, sure, the grease pencil eventually you're gonna wear it out.
I know here, you have it mounted up to your AIAT. I think the viewers will notice that the arm, even though it's flexible, just like the Sidewinder type dope card holder, it is much smaller, so you don't have to deal with a really long arm. But I think the converse is there's probably limited options in terms of being able to move it and where you could stick it on the pick rail. And
what's also nice too is if you wanted to change the orientation of the card, you can do it like that. We'll kind of move it around so see it a little better on the camera there. You could do it like this if maybe you wanted to sort of draw pictures of the targets or move it around like this, which is a nice option. And of course, just fold it out of the way if you want to do that.
Now, as I mentioned, everything comes with this kit. It comes into a nice little bag. You get the arm, which attaches to, again, the Picatinny rail. There's a Velcro mount here, and then you get 2 cards.
Correct.
And 2 of the opposite side of the Velcro hook and loop fastener. So if you lose one, you have an optional one. Always good to have a backup.
And one notable item is they have two versions of the data card holder. One is a little thicker here for folks with higher clearance scopes.
Okay.
But the benefit is you've got a much thicker piece of bendable.
Oh, it seems very robust.
Bendable material. Yeah. But my scope is on 1-inch rings, and so they actually have a low clearance version, and of course it's a little thinner here, just in the way that it's clamped. But I mean, from a usability standpoint, I don't see much of a difference between the thick and the thin bendable material. So if you wanted to be absolutely sure it would fit on anything, go with the low profile version. If you know that you've got plenty of height between your scope and your pick rail, you could go with the high profile version. They're the same price.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about price. These are retailing for $40.
That's correct.
Off the website. The other thing that I wanted to just put out there is I think we've pretty much have completely gone to this type of a dope information management system. I really like the heads-up display. You're not having to refer back to a risk coach. Nothing wrong with that. It's just it's probably a preference thing, but for us, this really seems to work.
Yeah, I mean, what I've seen in the sport is people seem to prefer the heads-up display, as you noted. They still use the risk coaches, but what they'll have there is their backup dope card, for example, or if they want more real estate to maybe sketch out the targets, they'll do that. So there's still a role for a good quality risk
I would agree.
coach.
Yeah,
it's just the use case is a little different.
It's a very good point.
But the heads up display, of course, I mean, for me, compared to constantly looking down, I mean, you can just a quick little glance and you'll see what you need to see.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about one other product that BLAMM Enterprises makes, and that's the SIG Kilo mount. Now, if you have the SIG 2000 or the new SIG 2200, I do not believe they come standard with a mount that you can actually put onto a tripod type of an attachment. So that's a product offering they make. In this case, I've got the 2400. The 2400 does come with a mount, but just to kind of model this is what it would look like on your unit. And it does, again, come with everything you need. For example, it has the Allen key, so you can loosen it up and, again, cinch it down so it won't slide off. And then you can put whatever QD attachment, or if you want to put this directly onto a tripod head, you could do that.
And again, it's notable that the company is veteran-owned, U.S.-made product. So it's also nice to support our veterans, particularly ones that are starting businesses.
Yeah, and $30 on the SIG Kilo mount for this particular product.
Yeah, and another note too, I think something that's just indicative of some of the thoughtfulness that was put into the product. When I was reading the instructions and they said, use a 2mm Allen key, I'm thinking, oh great, I got to run down to the basement and find it. But sure enough, I mean, for both the data card system and the SIG Kilo mount, it was right there in the back.
Yeah, everything's there.
Everything you need, which I think is just a very thoughtfully packaged product.
Yeah, guys, if you're interested in this, be sure to check out their website, blammenterprises.com. If you like this video, share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Remember, folks, life's an adventure.
Stay on target.